Is the EIDL, the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, forgivable? I have been getting this question so much recently, and some of you might be kind of rolling your eyes and saying, Hannah, we know the answer to this. We've been watching you for a long time. But you have to remember that I have new people finding videos and people finding my channel. And then as they're searching for answers, they're now asking these questions. So let's get to it. Let's get the answer. Okay, so just quickly, we're going to get to the chase. It's not forgivable. The economic injury disaster loan is not forgivable. Now, I want to kind of break this down for you because we've got some aspects of it that made it seem like maybe the whole thing was forgivable. So let's just kind of back up again. Okay, so we did explain this a long time ago. So for those of you who are just finding the channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel because this is the type of stuff I'm trying to keep you guys aware of. And for the people who have been subscribed, have been getting updates along the way. And that's what we're trying to do here with this channel is also to bring you helpful information for your small business and keep you updated on all of this stimulus specifically for small businesses. So with the economic injury disaster loan, there was a portion of it called an advance or a grant. It was kind of, those two terms were used simultaneously. And those were very limited amounts. So they were up to $10,000 to begin with. And then this latest stimulus package has also offered some supplemental grants, okay? Supplemental advances. Those though are only up to $10,000. And then, so, I mean, you're not talking about a lot of money here, and it's given in even amounts. So like 10,000, 5,000, 1,000, whatever that was, okay? The grant portion or the advance, which I'm going to use those terms interchangeably, that is part of the EIDL program. However, there is the advance portion and then the loan portion. So if you went and you signed up, you would have gone to the SBA website and you would have put in all of your information to get an EIDL loan. Now, when you did that originally, whenever that was, of whether it was in 2020 or in 2021, you would have been put into almost, it's not a lottery, I don't want to use the word lottery, but you would have put into a queue to potentially get an advance. Now, some people who initially signed up for the loan did get an advance, and it was based on the number of employees that you had. And then some people, that advance money ran out, so they never got it, okay? Because it was like a set aside, like a certain amount of money for advances, and then that money went really, really quickly. And then they kind of like refunded it a couple times, but there were some people who got advances and some people who didn't. But at the end of the day, you would have had to go and accept an EIDL loan. Okay, so at some point you had to go through and sign some paperwork. The SBA would have sent you paperwork that you would have had essentially told them or signed something saying how much money you wanted. Now, I have heard a few caveats of early EIDL loans that didn't go through the process that the rest of us did. So if that's you, you might want to go ahead and contact the SBA and really understand how much is your actual SBA loan for or your EIDL loan for. But this whole process has been confusing because when you applied for the EIDL, they said, yes, there could be an advance. And then if you got that money, it just kind of showed up in your account. So you didn't really even know it was coming. And then there was the part of, okay, you are approved for a loan. How much do you want? So I have a video that I went through and actually showed like the sliding scale of like how much will be taken. So I actually went through my approval process and what I decided to take and how I did that. I also have a video on showing how I paid it back. So if you're interested in that, I'll put those in the description box below. But these are loans, and they are loans that have to be repaid. You cannot get your SBA EIDL loan, which the L stands for loan, so economic injury disaster loan, forgiven, okay? It's not possible. You cannot get forgiven. There's nothing you can do to get it forgiven, okay? The Paycheck Protection Program, the PPP, that is the program that you can get 100% forgiven. So we need to make sure that we're not confusing these two programs. They are two separate programs, okay? I don't like that there has been misinformation spread around on these loans. People saying, oh, go and get this. It is forgivable, because people didn't understand and they were just thinking SBA loan equals forgivable loan during the pandemic time. Because of that, no, we cannot. There's a lot of misinformation. People maybe have taken these loans and then hoping that they'd be forgiven, and they're not going to be forgiven. So if you did get an EIDL loan, we're going to review the terms really quickly. Okay, so the interest rate is 3.75%. It is on a 30-year term. And these loans are deferred. They have deferred payments for the first number of months. So if you got your loan in 2020, they told you originally that you had a 12-month deferral period. However, in 2021, that was extended to be 24 months. So you have up to a 24-month deferment period if you got your loan in 2020. If you got an EIDL loan in 2021 and you originally signed the paperwork for it and it said 12 months, they have deferred that to 18 months, okay? So 2020, you have up to a 24-month deferral of payments. Doesn't mean your interest is deferred, okay? So just remember that. I have a video on accrued interest as well. And then 2021 loans are deferred for 18 months, up to 18 months. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't start paying it back right away. If you want to go ahead and start paying it back, totally fine. What that's going to do is it's going to save you in interest, because the interest starts accruing from day one, okay? So that 3.75 interest rate, yes, it's a very low business loan interest rate. However, that still means that you are accumulating that interest expense that you will eventually have to pay off. Okay, so just that is the high level of the EIDL program. And that is also why maybe some people have been confused that there is this amount you don't have to pay back, and then there is this amount that you do. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. If this has been helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed to the channel for more information that can help you in your small business. Thanks so much. Bye.